Hi, everybody. I am Kevin Iole, and welcome. I appreciate you joining me right now. My guest is one of the most exciting fighters, not only in the UFC, but in all of combat sports. When Edson Barboza fights, you know it's going to be a fight. Edson, how are you, my friend?
Very good, man. Thank you. I'm very happy to talk to you guys.
Every time you fight, it's always a happening because your fights are so much fun. On Saturday over at Apex, you are fighting Lerone Murphy in the main event of UFC Vegas 92. Lerone Murphy, I could list all the great fighters you fought from Habib on down. Lerone Murphy, another one on that line. I would think he is 13-0-1, could easily be 14-0. What's
Mhm.
your take on him when you look at Lerone? What kind of opponent do you see?
He's a great fight. Like I look like all my others opponents. I give my best every day in the gym to go on the cage and show everybody I'm still one of the best. And he's a great fighter. UFC don't give a UFC give a chance to him to fight the main event because he deserves it. He's definitely one of the best, and that's making me very very happy because I still on the high level for a long, long time. And yeah, I'm more excited than ever.
Yeah, you have been in the UFC since 2010. It's almost amazing. They were in the 100s back when you started. Now we're over 300. It doesn't blow your mind how long you've been around and competing in the UFC.
Yes, man, I'm very happy with that. I look back, see, wow, all this, it would make me more happy because I'm still like the same heart, the same feelings in my first fight. That's nothing changed. Bro, believe it or not, you guys gonna say Edson Barboza for a long time.
What is it that you love about it? Like, what makes you want to? I would imagine you're 38 years old. You could be doing other things with your life. I'm sure you got some money made from being in this. What
Mhm.
is it that makes you get up and go to the gym every day?
Because I still love, I still love my job. I still love the whole process. I think that's the most important. I see a lot of fighters love to fight, love win, love the money, but I still love the whole process. I still love wake up every day, go to gym, work hard, sweaty. I love learning. I love it. I really need every single day go to gym and learn something. Yeah, I still love the cutting weight. I still love the whole process. Like I said, I'm a blessing guy. I really love my job
You might be the first person I ever heard to say, I love cutting weight. Come on, Edson.
because that's a part of the process. You know,
Yeah.
something I like something, and they're like, no, that's part of it. You have to love. You
Yeah.
have or you love, you will hate. I prefer love than hate.
I want to ask you the mindset, like your fight with not Lerone Murphy, that's on Saturday. Sadiq Youssef, your last fight. Another one of your classic Edson Barboza fights, right? You were in trouble in that fight at some points. When you're in trouble like that and you're on the verge, you're hurt, you're going on. Are you just reacting or are you consciously thinking, okay, Edson, stand your ground, and are you able to think sort of what you need to do next when you're in those moments?
Yeah, sometimes when you have a real KO, you can think about. You just what I mean. But on that time, I was still in the fight. I was dizzy, super dizzy, but I still in the fight. I remember I was keep my eyes on my corner and say, hold it, do that, do this, do this, do this. And yeah, definitely pass everything in my mind. Like, don't stop, don't give up. Oh, if you give up, you're gonna lose. Don't stop. But yeah, like I said, I still love the whole process. Believe it or not, I still love the my last fight. Very important for me because uh, I love the fight. I love the whole time.
Were you always this way in terms of like, not giving up? Like when you were a little kid doing other sports, whether it would be some kind of martial arts or if you were playing football or whatever else it might be, were you the kind of kid who never gave up? Did you always keep going even when you were younger?
Always, always. That's why I try, push my son, my daughter to never give up. Never, never, never. Give your best. If you still time, you still in the fight. I always say this to my son. Sometimes you have a hard time on the soccer games, the team losing. You say, bro, don't stop the fight like Daddy, because Daddy don't stop fight. Still have 1 second. I lose 5 rounds, still have 1 second, and still get a chance to win the fight.
So here, here's an interesting thing. When, early in your career, all you guys that get to the UFC, most of you guys win all your early fights, right? So you were, I think, what, 7-0 or 6-0 before you got to the UFC, and you ran that winning streak up to 10-0. When you lose for the first time, what does that do to you, and how do you overcome that, right? The first time that you lost, it's a new experience, something you haven't done. There's a little failure, a little adversity. How do you overcome that?
Funny, because if you stop think about like a I remember when I was young, I was super mad. I cry, bro. I cry. I was mad for a couple weeks. But if you realize in life, you lost all the time. So you have no problem with loss. You lost all that. You lost in the fight. You lost in the in the life. You lost with the. You lost all the time. And nothing changed. I always said to my son, when I lost, what happened? I go back to the gym, train again, fight again. When I win, what happened? I back to the gym, train again, and fight again. That's it. Nothing changed. But I remember when I was, young, it's super hard. Like my son still have a hard time when he lost, and I still have a hard time when I lost too, because I don't like loss, bro. I don't know. Some people don't care about the loss, but I cry every time I lost, man. I hate loss.
Well, here's a question for you then. In a way, I guess you can consider this a loss, right? You've been in the UFC, what, I think 25 plus fights. I don't know the exact number, but you
Not
still haven't
20.
gotten the title fight, right?
Yeah,
That is a loss, right? That's something that some people would say, hey, I'm in this to win the title, to prove I'm the best in the world at my weight class. How do you deal with that, right? At this stage of your career, while I know you're not giving up on that opportunity, it's probably, given the number of fighters ahead of you, probably less likely than and more likely that you'll get a title shot. So how do you handle that?
like I said, I don't think like that. I feel like I'm still on the way. That's the past my mind. I'm still on the way, because the heart that I have here is the same thing that I have in my first fight. Back,
Mm.
it's still the same hunger, it's still the same, you know. But like I said, nothing changed. It's still the same.
You know, like I'll think of a golfer as an example. A golfer can go out and he can lose the US Open or lose the Masters, and
Mhm.
it emotionally hurts them, but their body doesn't hurt, right? You
Mhm.
guys go out there and you got that physical. So now, how does your body feel? You're 38 years old and you've had a lifetime of fighting. Like when you're away from the fights and you don't necessarily have a fight schedule, does your body feel like a normal 38-year-old, or do you still have a lot of pain every day from, kind of the battle scars of your career?
Of course, your body feeling. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, when you get older, you get smarter. You know what I mean? Especially when you're young, you beat up your body, you don't care. The next day, you're fine. Right
Right.
now, I really understand, especially about the diet, about all the stuff. I know how much it's important rest. When you're young, you don't care. You know rest. You
Right.
keep,
Exactly.
you know what I
You're
mean?
young and dumb and you just do anything, right?
Exactly. When you get older, you learn, And like I said, man, I feel in best shape of my career. Believe it or not, I feel great. I feel stronger, faster than ever.
Wow, that is incredible. Now, I want to ask you about your kicks then. So, your kicks, you've done, how many times have we seen a fighter hopping around on one leg or switching stances because of the things that you have done to them? Yet, I wonder this, does it hurt you when you land those kicks? Like you're swinging so hard. And it's not, I always tell people, if you haven't been there in an arena, especially when you're at Apex and it's not that crowded, it sounds like a baseball hitting a baseball bat, right? When you're doing that. Does it hurt you when you land a good kick?
Hurt me a lot. Hurt me a lot, but I know it hurt my opponent more than me. That's
Yeah.
what kick. That's I always said. A couple friends of mine, oh, I land a couple kick, but it start hurt my foot. Of course, bro. Of course, gonna hurt your foot. But believe it or not, hurt more your opponent than you. Don't keep
Yeah.
kicking, bro.
Yeah, exactly. How early did you learn to check kicks based on what you just said?
Sorry.
How early in your career did you learn to check kicks based on what you just said about, the pain that comes from taking a good kick?
I learned in my first professional kickboxing fight. When
Really? Okay.
Yeah, my first when I fought amateur, I remember I dropped the kids, no, hurt the mother. When I do my first one, the guy kicked me a couple of times on the leg, like a couple of times. Thank God I dropped him and knocked him out. And my foot get huge, my legs hurt so bad. Like, oh, I need to check. I need to learn this.
Yeah, you have a lot of guys I think started practicing that after they fought you because
Yeah.
they learned we got to learn how to check these kicks. Just
Uh,
a couple other things. How do you see the fight with Lerone going? What is it going to be, a typical stand-up battle, do you think?
it's gonna be a war. I don't know. It's MMA fight. I stopped looking to fight like that. The people try make the fight one way, but I'm MMA fighter.
Right.
Fight go, I'm ready.
So whatever happens, you're prepared for.
Exactly.
I gotta think that people would want to grapple you, but it doesn't seem like it happens all that often, right? There's not a lot of guys that are looking to put you on the ground and grapple with you. I mean,
But
Habib obviously did that, but there have been some. But I mean, I think
people,
by and large, people stand up.
yeah. I fought with Khabib for how long? He's not submitting. The people know it's hard submitting, man. Nobody, You see, I can do whatever I want. I'm a brown belt from Parrupinha. I know my jiu-jitsu on point always, and but I like to fight in the feet. Everybody knows that. It's not, but whatever this fight go, I'm ready.
Have somebody in mind, not to ask you who, but do you have somebody in mind if you win the fight on Saturday, where you're going to go next, or you just take what the UFC gives you?
Yeah, I always take some whatever UFC give me. I hope somebody in front of me in the rank.
So somebody what do you make, like, so the UFC broadcast, like if you watch the broadcast, now the question every announcer asks all the time is, who do you want to fight next? That is the one question that they're always going to ask. Do you like that, when fighters are calling other guys out, or do you think it's just like, hey, you know what, if you're a professional fighter, you should take whoever they put you against?
To be honest, I'm a fighter. Whatever UFC, because I think the company. I really believe in the company. I really believe in UFC. He knows what's the best for you and the best for the company. And hey, I work for UFC. Whatever UFC put in front of me, I mean, to be honest, I don't feel, if somebody call me or somebody call the other fighters, you can do whatever you want, but I really don't care.
Exactly. Let's wrap up on this then, Edson. 38 years old. You've had a lifetime of UFC fights. How much longer are you going to do this? How long are we going to see Edson Barboza doing his thing in the octagon?
Like I said, I don't know. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow like a fire. I don't want to do this anymore.
Uh,
Never know. But like I said, I'm still hungry. I'm still excited. I'm still, like a like I said, look like my first fight in UFC. I still motivate. I still I know I have a lot of things to show to everybody, and that's keeping me working, man. Most important, I love my job. I still love this.
so just to follow up on that, then Anderson Silva fought in the UFC till he was 46 years old, and I think he boxed a couple of times even after that. Can you, as a fighter who's now starting to get up in age and you're getting close to that big 4-0, right? Can you understand what motivated him even at that age, where he was closer to 50 than he was 40 and he was still doing MMA fights? Can you understand that now that you're getting in that kind of territory?
Yes, man. I really get it on that territory for sure. But like I said, man, I think the most important, I'm still competitive too. That's very important for me because I still hate to lose. If I will still keep winning, why you stop? I still kick the kids' ass. Why you gonna stop?
Exactly. Well, more often he wins. Every now and then he loses, but I guarantee you this: 100% of the time, they are fun fights. You want to catch Edson Barboza on Saturday, UFC Vegas 92 over at Apex. Edson, always pleasure talking to you. Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much, guys. It's gonna be a war, like always.
Look forward.